this race goes from Link's bed, and timing stops upon the crystal catch upon defeating Helma in Palace of Darkness, because that's the place that we are at in our learning in this program. Tomorrow, Foxlisk will be presenting the next section of the run, so if you're looking forward to that, join us tomorrow, and go ahead, Cola and Concision. Good luck, have fun, racers.
Hey, welcome in, everyone. This is Concision. Thanks to ZSR for hosting this. Thanks to Popsicle6 for organizing this program. She's done a lot of great work. I'm here with Green Cola. Say hi.
Hi.
Perfect. As Popsicle6 said, this is week something, I'm not sure, of our mentor program for the No Major Glitches 80% speedrun. There are, I think, 21 mentees or players trying to either learn the run for the first time or just improve their skills. And we have 7 more experienced runners who are acting as mentors and helping those runners along the way. And as Pop said, each week we're focusing on a different segment or section, really, of the game. For our learning and practice, and then also we're like every week we're adding a little bit to this race, and so it's a neat little way to basically progressively build up to the full run, which is generally between maybe 90 minutes and 2 hours for the players in this program. But
yeah, I think it's actually going pretty well. I think I've learned a lot myself because I'm one of the mentees inside the program, and something I have picked up on a lot is like just the little stuff that is shown. Like we talk a lot about pumping, we talk a lot about just like dashing. Like I remember before I was just facing the direction and running. And now I'm more prone to dash and then turn.
Yeah,
it's so much more efficient.
Exactly. There's lots of little small things that, with a run this size, there's about 500 screens in the speed run. Some of those are duplicates. Anyway, it looks like we're getting started, mashing through the Uncle text. But yeah, lots of runs in the speed run. So if you can find a way to save 30 frames in most of those rooms, then you're going to save a lot of time over the course of the entire run. So it's definitely, in speedrunning in general, small things matter, but it feels like over the longer runs, it matters even more. And I think that it's just been really fun watching some of these runners improve over the last several weeks.
It's definitely been a lot of fun cutting my times down.
Yeah, it's very addictive when lots of these runners are I would say most of them for the first time they're putting in regular time over this period, and it is just really good seeing that time pay off. It can be addictive.
So I'm trying to watch. I think nobody is pumping yet, which I find kind of exciting because when I was learning rando, pumping was one of the things I thought was kind of important since a lot of seeds you're not gonna have boots, so you need to have a faster way to move around. But pumping is it feels so minimal, but at the same time along the whole course of the run, it definitely can make a difference.
Yeah. So quick technical explanation for those who might not know. Pumping is it's taking advantage of the fact that in this game, when Link is walking without boots, if he's walking up or to the left, his movement alternates at a speed of 2-1-2-1-2-1 pixels per frame. And when he's walking either to the right or down, it's 1-2-1-2-1-2. And so if you can interrupt that 2-1-2-1 sequence with a diagonal, then you can restart it and get some extra 2 pixel movements basically. And so that's what pumping is. It's when we're walking left or up primarily, or up only, left or up only. Oftentimes when we're up against a wall, we can just like basically mash in some movements up against those walls to reset that 2-1 cadence.
Especially against like stairs, because with the stairs you have 2 walls against you, so you can get even more.
Yeah, you can get like double pumps basically. Yeah. So in the escape sequence, which is this game's tutorial, it's mostly about like non-boots movements, interrupted by a lot of these little kill screens where we either have to kill a guard to open some shutter doors, or kill a guard to get a key. And it's like kind of a meme, but like I don't enjoy resetting for escape, but I'm really glad that escape exists. Because I think that like the screens are really interesting if you don't find yourself in like escape hell just doing them over and over again. But these guard screens are good. We see DJ Crabhat doing a 2-pot ball and chains.
Yeah, I think Crabhat did 2 bottle. I think Haiku did 1. I think also Mega did 2 as well.
Okay. I can't tell. Looks like
maybe he
Vincent
used 2 pots, but maybe he missed one.
Yeah,
everybody here is trying 2 pots.
I think Giddy ended up doing 1 pot. Yeah, Malmo was saying 2nd pot missed. That's what I saw as well. But yeah, at this level I would really recommend 2 pots. It's safe. It's pretty comfy.
It's so safe. I didn't know 2 pot was a thing when I was starting out. I just do 1 pot. 2 pot is so nice. Yeah. Like maybe it's a little bit of a time waste, but you don't like it's a few seconds that you don't even need to worry about until later on, like much later.
Yeah. So some context here also for viewers is that most of these runners, I think, are in the sort of like brand new to the speedrun category. We have runners in the program who are like pushing for sub 1 hour and 30 minute times, which is sort of the first big milestone in this in your speedrunning career for this game. But these are the runners who are just starting out with the speedrun, and they're still really seeing those massive PBs from just learning the route, building some confidence, moving Link around, I think most of them, if not all of them, have either done like 1 attempt before this program or 0. And so it's just, this is sort of like where you can be starting from scratch after really just a few weeks of work, which is just a really cool thing because, before I started speedrunning the game, I never thought that I would be someone who did a speedrun at all. But, you too can speedrun.
Everybody can. I think it was really encouraged for everybody to at least know the whole route, even if you weren't really good at it. So I think everyone at least has 1 run under their belt.
Well, the first week or 2 was bookmarked for learning the route. So like you could enter with essentially
0. Okay, yep, that's right.
Yeah, but yeah, as Algorithmic is saying in chat, DJ Crabhat got just shy, I think, of a 14-minute PB last night, which is super nutty. Just smashed wild. the 2-hour mark. And yeah, there are 17 people in this race this week, which is a really good turnout of our 21 mentees, considering that also we have one of them here in the booth.
Yeah, it's really exciting because like most of the time when we're getting PBs, it's like right after we learn that segment, or sorry, when we get gold split, so it's right after that segment for the week. Mm-hmm. Even if it's like by 10 seconds or whatever, it still shows improvement. Just by knowing what's different, what to do.
Yeah, being able to focus on a segment and just really sort of work out some of the kinks is oftentimes a really quick path to improvement. So here we see our runners are going to grab the first safety of the game. This is an optional item, but all of them are going to grab it. And this is the Sanctuary Heart. It's a full heart container. It gives you a full heal as well.
I think it's the only heart container that gives you full heal as well, isn't it?
So that's true because the rest of them are given by the bosses, and that doesn't give you the full heal. It's like the pendant or the crystal.
Yep.
That does. So now we are making our way to Eastern Palace, which is, I guess, it's the first real dungeon of the game.
If you can call it that. It's a bow dungeon.
Yes, for sure. Which I think is also really cool, how the bow gets to feature so strongly in Eastern Palace.
I'm lagging a little bit. I don't think. Yeah, it looks like Old Man Haiku and Giddy didn't take any damage from the Octos, so that's really cool.
Yeah,
it's really nice to not get hit.
Synced up. Yeah, it's not the end of the world to take a few bumps on this overworld, and it obviously doesn't feel good and it's not fast, but there's a few safety hearts that we can grab inside Eastern. We'll see if our runners, especially like DJ Crabhat, who's missing 2.5 hearts, if they know where to find these safety hearts. But
definitely nice to be able to know where your safeties are, as long as they're on the way. You don't want to go too far out of your way for a safety heart. Could end up taking more damage in the process. But I think Eastern, yes, most of the safety hearts are on the way. Oh, and yes, Crabhat's going for the pot. The 2-pot route. Or sorry, not for the pot, the 100 rupees.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I was a little confused.
It might as well be a pot.
I think all of our. Oh no, I guess Haiku did not grab the 100.
Yeah, Haiku is actually. If he goes for any pots, he'll go for 1. But yeah, he's definitely not getting the pot off the salesman.
Right? Bottles.
Yes, bottles.
Yeah. Okay. So we see DJ Crabhat and Giddy doing really what I would consider one of the first like speedrun tech tricks in the game. Coming up, or wait, no, I guess we're all done with it now. Oh no, wait, Frederick is going to be coming up on this room now soon. But
yep,
there's supposed to be 4 Stalfos in this room, but if we can manipulate the movements that we make, we can cause 2 of them to not even spawn basically, and then use pots to get the other 2.
Yeah, it's really nice tech there. Especially because like the third one that appears down is just like right on top of that pot. So if you get too far down, you still spawn him, but it's not too bad to get rid of him.
So we see that Haiku skipping the 100 rupees that would be earmarked for one of the bottles, pulled ahead a bit of DJ Crabhat and Gideon. You know, that's just sort of the cost of grabbing safeties. You pay a little bit now in time, but it makes
you're
the
not
run
gonna
safer.
Exactly. Yeah. If you die, you're not losing the whole dungeon's worth of progress.
Yeah,
you don't have to walk all the way back through Eastern, or not Eastern, but like Desert if you die the Rambo.
Yeah. Anyway, it looks like all 3 of those runners managed to grab the Eastern Palace big key without too much trouble.
That damage boost is pretty picky at times.
It really is. I think that for most runners, it's probably the first scary part of the run, and it stays scary for quite a long time, in my opinion.
Yeah, it does. Frederick got it first try too, so
let's go.
GG's for all of them.
All right. I didn't see where Giddy died, but looks like we're taking a game over. We're going to start.
Yeah, Eastern hurts.
It does, because also like you're still on 4 hearts. You haven't gotten any other heart containers besides Saint Heart,
and you haven't gotten to get your bottles yet.
Right, and most of the enemies here hit for a full heart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those Igors mean business.
Yeah, they are not joking around. All right, we have Haiku entering the Armos arena. There is a quick kill. We'll see if he gets it. Just shy of getting that one killed and taken care of, but that's the setup. We have Crabhat. See if we'll get it. No, he got 6 arrows to the right, so we'll at least have a red Armos here. Really, at this point, you just want to keep as many arrows as you can leading this fight. We see Frederick grabbing as many arrows as he can.
I used to do that, Pops. I used to hold the sword out just so I would make sure I'm still facing straight towards the Igors. I found that pretty easy when I was getting used to it. Sometimes making sure you still face forward is a little bit of a struggle.
All right. Well, Frederick cleans up the Armos Knights. Haiku and DJ Crabhat are talking to Saha. They're going to get the best item in the game, the Pegasus
Absolutely.
boots. And then they are going to knock down, do a little bit of construction work in the back, grab 100 rupees and 3 bombs. These rupees are also technically optional. We need the rupees, but we don't need them here. But this is a very comfortable place to grab them.
It's also one of those things that's really nice to just get used to picking up for a while.
Yeah, it's just one less thing to think about, which, in a run this big, there's a lot to think about. And being able to just offload some of that mental energy and focus on your execution is huge.
Exactly, that's how I feel about it. Not having to worry so much about failing points is huge for runs.
Exactly. The more failure points you can take out, the better shape you're going to be in.
Oh no, I think Giddy died to the Armos.
It looks like it. I wonder if he ran out of arrows because he didn't farm enough on the way there.
Man, that really hurts. Hopefully he remembers to at least pick up arrows before he goes in.
One thing
I think how many's outside? Yeah, I think there's like 20 in the room before, and then you can probably get 10 in the first switch room. Okay, yeah, he should be okay.
They grabbed the first chest in Eastern Malmo because they're going to buy a bottle from the bottle vendor. Stop it, Outerlink. Yeah, it's for a second bottle. Yeah, it's for bottles. So yeah, so we do see Haiku and DJ Crabhat are both in Kakariko now, which is not where you will need to be intentionally by necessity here. But this is the best moment to grab those bottles that we were talking about. You grab the bottle or at least one bottle. You can grab 2 like DJ Crabhat's doing. And then you grab the bud catching net from the Sit Kid, and then you now have the ability to catch a fairy, like you can see Haiku doing right now. Oh boy. This is a pretty tricky thing. Okay, he needs to do it from the right, or from the left rather. Now he's gonna have to catch it the old-fashioned way. There we go.
Yep.
No harm, no foul. We'll see DJ Crabhat try for the same technique here. This is something that I learned myself from Popsicle 6. It's a pretty cool item dash into a fairy catch.
Oh yeah, item dashes are so cool.
Yeah, I love that, the item dash into a fairy catch.
That is Japanese specific too, to be able to item dash.
It is specific to version 1.0 of the game, which is the Japanese version 1.0. There's also a later Japanese version which has it patched out. But
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah, having those fairies for the next 2 bosses is so nice, because Lambo can go all sorts of ways, can go so wrong, and Moldorm can push you off multiple times.
Moldorm can be a big bully. So we saw DJ Crabhat get one fairy from the tree. I'm curious if he'll grab another fairy inside Desert Palace, or if he'll wait until later. The next really good place for a fairy is probably the tree before Pod.
Yeah, if he doesn't grab the fairies in Desert, absolutely.
Hey, welcome in, Fruity Jammer. It seems like Old Man Haiku is currently in the lead, but as we mentioned, he skipped a safety that DJ Crabhat grabbed, and so it's just a matter of will that game will pay off. But both of them are relatively close right now. Within
Oh, and Frederick is going for the fairies up here.
Yeah, so these are the fairies that I grabbed when I had 2 bottles. Although to be fair, I didn't know about the net dashing strategy, but I grabbed these pretty often, and then at some point I learned about the desert fairies, and the desert fairies are also quite fast.
That's nice because you don't have to bonk anything. You just have to push a block, I think. Where's the door already open?
No, you do have to push a block.
Okay.
Yeah, we see Haiku picking up the right pots in the Circle of Pots room to get the arrows that we need. Same with DJ Crab Hat. There's a good number of arrows that we have access to in this dungeon, which is important because we need them for the Lambo fight. And when we left Eastern, we had used a bunch of arrows on that boss. So every arrow that we can grab, every guaranteed arrow especially, we want to grab. So yeah, here we go. DJ Crab Hat is showing us the fairies in Desert Palace. That was interesting.
I think it's 12 minimum. It's 4 on each.
Yeah, so it's 12 if you're gonna kill it with just arrows. A sword slash or poke or spin, whatever, does essentially half arrow damage. So if you did 11 arrows, you would need to hit the same Lambo twice with your sword, which is like probably not that uncommon of a 2-cycle or 3-cycle for some of the top runners.
I think I've done a whole lot of practice where I'm just using my bow, that when I'm actually fighting Lambo in a run, I forget to use my sword.
Yeah, honestly,
I'm sitting there just trying to
not
shoot.
a bad thing. Yeah, lots. I would say most beginners lean on their sword more than they should, and if they would just slow down, a slower controlled arrow is going to be better than trying to wildly get 2 sword swings in. Just it turns out doing double damage is very good.
Yes, more damage is better.
So, Haiku was in the Lambo fight. DJ Crab Hat just entered.
That was a nice couple hits on that Lambo for Haiku.
Absolutely. This is one of, if not considered the hardest boss in terms of just pure speed. There is no quick kill available for this boss. It is all about just timing the worms coming out of the ground based on the little wiggles of the dirt mounds. Sort of trying to intuit the paths they're going to take based on their spawn locations, and just getting good. Takes a lot of practice.
It's not easy trying to learn Lambo for the first time. I think Corey said when he was teaching the segment that these are probably the most RNG related bosses that are in the run.
Lambo and Moldorm? Yeah, definitely.
Yes. There's just so much that can go wrong because they're mostly unpredictable. Mostly.
Yeah, I mean, they are unpredictable in the technical sense, but you sort of start to see patterns after you've done it enough.
Yeah, like Moldorm, you can basically walk behind his head and you won't take damage and you won't bounce around.
Yeah, and like those patterns are just basically like vibes that you start to get, like gut feelings, but they're not things that you're like, oh, I know Moldorm is going to turn left at this point, whatever. It just doesn't do that.
Oh, Haiku's struggling with his fake flipper.
Yeah. So this is a trick called fake flippers. What we're trying to do here is hop in the water, and on the very next frame, transition the screen. and there's a lot of technical reasons why this works, but the gist of it is that we're trying to trick the game into not checking for the flippers.
Yeah.
And if we can do
There he
that, then
goes.
we can swim to this warp. Let's see if DJ Crabhead gets it. That was a yeah. Not there is a normalized setup for this trick, but neither runner is really successfully using it.
I was really surprised when I found out the setting, the trick, because coming from Rando, I thought it was kind of
Just do your best.
yeah, just eyeball it as best you
Uh-oh.
can.
If anybody has DJ Crabhat's
Oh.
stream open, tell them that they're allowed to save and quit for the race setting. Oh, no.
Oh no.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, we're zooming. That is too bad.
So, yeah, well, this is the thing. The gist of it is that if you take damage from anything while you're in the water off of a Fate Flippers, and you're not on the screen where you initiated the Fate Flipper, then the game basically tries to put you back onto land, but it's like land that you weren't, that's like no longer on the screen. So, yeah, Malmo's got it, but yeah, it's a soft lock at that point. And in a like a PB attempt setting, your run is done. You're now resetting. In a race setting, we allow a save and quit there, and then to basically redo that part.
Yeah, but I think you can only save and quit before you start moving. So you have to hit select before anything else. I think.
I'm not sure. To be fair, I haven't tested.
Yeah, I'm just used to resetting.
Welcome in Foxlist and Raiders.
It looks like Frederick's going the other way to avoid using fake flippers.
Yes. So this is Frederick is taking a route that it's not a fixable glitch.
Yeah, you don't. Fortunately.
It's a soft lock. So Frederick is taking a different route after Desert Palace and heading to Tower of Hera. I think it's sometimes referred to as the West Side Breeze or West Side Breezeway or something, but that's like the name of a specific screen. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. But you can just run to Hera, which only loses... I timed it recently, actually. I want to say it's about somewhere between 6 and 8 seconds.
Oh, really? That's not that bad.
I timed it myself at 8 seconds, I believe. I timed it because some of the mentees were basically asking about it, and yeah, it's not near as much time as you might think it would be for such a scary trick. And to be fair, it's not that scary once you learn it. But
after you learn
I don't think it's something that runners should necessarily rush to add to their runs. Oh, okay. So we're swapping in a new runner.
Yep, we have Kamari on restream now.
Perfect.
They're at Moldorm. Oh, that was almost a really good Beatles. It looks like Frederick is having some issues with net.
Well, okay, so some context for jammers that there's 17 runners in our race, and we just have 4 of them on restream today.
Oh, does Giddy have a fairy? It looks like Haiku used one too. No, Giddy didn't have a fairy. Net, not always a safety. That's funny. I love that. Oh no, we're falling. At least when you hit the switch, you can just walk back. if you don't hit the switch, you have to mirror back to the front, and then you have to
It's
refight
true.
these beetles.
One thing I did learn today, don't ask me how, is that if you don't mirror, you don't have a chance to get a second bomb from the beetle room.
Yup, that's right.
So Haiku trying to get okay. Falling back to the bonk setup, and the bonk was initiated a little bit too early. These bomb jumps are pretty tricky. They're not quite pixel perfect, but they're close. I think you get 2 pixels to stand on if you're not doing the bonk setup. You get maybe 4 or 6 if you're doing the bonk. But it's sort of what you want to trade. Do you want to trade positioning precision for timing precision, or do you want to keep it as purely positioning?
Right.
If you do the bonk, then you have to like time the bonk properly.
Yeah, I think it's also not important to mention that it's not that bad to just go and grab it the intended route as well, where you just fall on top of it after hitting the
Yeah,
star.
we're seeing Haiku just going the intended way now.
Yeah, he doesn't have any more bombs. Hopefully he doesn't use this bomb here for it. Okay.
So we haven't talked much about Kamurai because we sort of picked them up later on, but they're entering Castle Tower, which is the final sort of dungeon in Light World. Let's take a look at Haiku's Moldworm fight real fast though. Moldworm is a tricky fight. Only the very tip of the tail is vulnerable. And he is mean and will push you off the arena, and if he does, you get knocked back either 1 or 2 screens, and also somehow he heals, so you have to start the fight over.
He's a cheater
from scratch. Big cheater, exactly. It's only fair when I use full restores.
Exactly.
Okay, and then after the last hit, he's in this like enrage phase where he moves faster.
Ooh, Kamari went for the fast strat for this first room in Naga's tower. Didn't get it.
Uh-oh, it looks like we just bonked in the maze room, so...
Yeah, we angered everybody.
Yeah. Oh, I think we did some
Tout ce que je dois faire, je le fais à l'envers.
And Haiku didn't fall, I don't think, on Moldorm. So that's really good.
No, I don't think so. Yeah. So even with the maybe 2 missed bomb jumps, Haiku is still, believe it or not, on PB pace. 2.3 seconds ahead of their PB.
That's really good to hear.
Really, it's just like that means that they made up so much time in Eastern and Desert that they had a huge buffer to play with. And that's sort of how it works when you're starting out with the speedrun, is that there's going to be disasters somewhere. It's just the way it is.
Yep.
You're going to move them around. But you're
Kitty
going
got
to see
Lambo down, by the way. Sorry.
Very good. Let's go.
All it takes is some perseverance. Uh-oh. I thought Haiku was going for triples for a second. I was like, you don't need those rupees.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. So yeah, Haiku off to get the Master Sword.
Oh.
Well, there's another one. So yeah, that's one that I haven't seen before. It looked like they took damage on literally the warp frame, because somehow we followed the warp and then we soft locked.
Wait, what happened?
Oh,
on Giddy's side.
Yes.
Oh, I
fake
haven't seen
flippers.
that either.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they have Sync Heart and they have. Okay, so
Oh, he
they're
started
back
from.
to having to go do Desert Palace. Not sure if they're gonna want to do that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's the DNF. Unfortunate.
Someone will have to tell me because I don't actually know, but are you able to still save at that point?
I thought you were able to.
I thought so too, but we've now seen 2 runners not do it. But although to be
Right.
fair, it's very possible DJ Crabhat didn't know. But like the fact that yeah, couldn't say it. Okay, got it. Makes sense. Well, good attempt. It was good to see you there. You have to wait a little bit. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've had to try that save and quit, but I knew there was, or I thought maybe there was a trick, but I think Close is right. You have to wait a little bit for it to like settle down. All right, we have Renox now on the bottom left.
Yep, and he's already in pod.
Yeah, looks like he is 2.5 minutes ahead of PB. So that's pretty nutty. All right. Meanwhile, we see that Camerai finished up Aga Tower in the Aga 1 fight. On the pyramid, ready for a comfy Dark World. Yeah, so to Pops' point, the races here are not meant to be a sort of purely competitive experience. They're really sort of a weekly showcase, and then a reason to to take what you've learned the previous week and basically exercise it with some mild stakes. Get the blood pumping basically.
It's nice to have that race environment because then you don't feel as much pressure to reset as if you're just doing a solo run where he's like, oh well, I can't take the void or the damage on the fake flipper, so I can just reset there.
Yes, exactly.
Or if you fall to Mordorm, you're more just prone to just keep going instead of giving up.
Well, the players that we have on the restream today that we're watching are by and large newer runners. Yes, there are also some more experienced runners that are participating in this race, and two of them just finished. And yeah, as we were saying, DJ Crabhat is a complete beginner, making great improvements.
And it's really cool to see everybody improve.
Yeah, this is a program that's really designed to take beginners and help them get started, introduce them to the community in the speedrun, and sort of give them a structured way to advance.
Yes, Helmet Crystal grab at the end close. The Raynox is almost there.
I don't think we'll get a ZSR bot message in chat when our first non-mentor finishes, but Pops, that would be interesting information if you're keeping an eye on the race room. Yeah, exactly, Fruity Junior. That's why we're all doing it. It's good to grow the community. Good to have more runners to watch. So we see Rainox in the bottom left, now approaching what is the final boss of today's run, and that is Helmasaur.
We can actually see.
I would assume based on their split times that we have no bottles here. So
yes, I believe Rainox takes no safeties except for obviously Sankheart.
Looks like at least mushroom, maybe powder. Okay, dispatched. Oh, okay. So I'm pretty sure
works.
Yeah, there we go. So I guess that makes Dr. Diabetes our first mentee to finish. So GG's. And GG's to Rainox.
Ooh, Rainox barely sniped twin.
Perfect. Let's go. One thing to keep in mind is that there is the run's sort of largest RNG based time loss in this run is what Haiku is doing now. Just finished up the after one fight. You are purely at the mercy of the game as to how long that fight will take you. So you have to add a little bit of wiggle room to the times for that, but that's just part of the racing experience.
I think the most blue balls I've ever seen is 7.
Okay, I guess we are getting non-podium finishes from ZSR bot. Never mind. I thought for some reason it stopped after 3.
I like that Haiku attempted the spin speed, but unlike me, who I feel like I need to get the spin speeds, he just starts dashing. I think that's the best way to go about it.
It is in almost all cases. There's a few places where the spin speed makes the movement on the stream significantly easier to the point where you should just like I will just reach right until I get it. And honestly, pod is or that overworld is one of them. Because I know the movements with spin speed, but I'm scared that I'll get hit by a moblin or something if I don't have spin speed.
Right.
All right, we see Gritisham cleaning up Helmasaur. A good
There he
fight
goes.
there.
Whew. Yep.
Only on 1 heart left, but hey, we'll take it. Camera in the pod basement now, back half of pod. So coming up on the turtles room. This room's pretty tricky. Yep. One of those rooms that is very satisfying when you get it, but when you don't, it sort of cascades into a party. We've all been there.
That's one of the things I was happiest to learn was how to deal with the turtles. And all it took was telling me you need to go left before you hammer.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about speedrunning in general, this game, other games, doesn't matter, is lots of people think that speedrunners are just like absolute god gamers. Yes, that's true. No, I'm just kidding. But what it is mostly is like learning those tricks that take out as much of the risk as possible in the tricks. And it turns out that lots of speedrunning is knowledge based. Yeah, Camerai taking a death to Helmasaur. Helmasaur is really a huge sort of roadblock in the run for a lot of runners. There's a large difficulty spike when you enter the Dark World.
Yeah, I feel like it's less RNG and more about don't take damage. Because everything in the Dark World hurts.
But there's, as I was saying, there's lots of rooms, lots of techniques in this game that it's not a matter of just getting really good at the game. Yeah, that helps, but just like knowing is half the battle, you know.
Got another turtle party. Whew. I think we missed your Hera Grittersham. I think when we switched over from I can't remember who was Frederick, because his net was unstable. I think we saw you entering Aga Tower.
That sounds right.
Centroid just finished. He's in my he's in my group.
Oh, excellent. I'm not sure if Samurai successfully got the spin speed. Oh no, they did. Okay. Some of those hammer hits looked like they should have counted, they just didn't. But
GG's.
That's GG's for Samurai.
We got one left to go. I'm excited to see how Haiku's Turtles goes, which now looks like he's having a party. Oh, not too bad though. That was a nice 3-hit turtle. I think Haiku still has some of his fairies as well.
I think so. I think probably. Well, hold on.
Did
he only had one fairy, so I think he would have needed to refill it. I'm not sure if he did.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was the only one who grabbed one bottle.
Haiku fell on the Hera bomb jump, I believe twice, maybe even.
I think twice is right.
That's the main time loss from Haiku.
But otherwise, he's done pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And GG's to Haiku.
Yep, GG's to Haiku. Yes, GG's to everyone, all of our runners.
Yes, GG's to Restream. Oh, look, yeah, it looks like Frederick is still in the race, so...
Excellent.
It's just that his stream is offline, so we can't see him.
Hey guys. Good job keeping up with 4 different screens and rotating through the mentors.
We did our best.
I think you did a pretty good job switching people over.
I'm still learning how to restream. I realize there's an echo. I don't know how to fix it. I'm gonna pull DJ Crab Hat for interview.
Sounds good.
Welcome in, DJ. GG's.
Thank you. Oh, the hubris of the fake flippers.
Yeah, it's a struggle to learn at first.
Hey, we've all failed fake flippers before.
Yeah, we talked about it during the week. He's like, okay, you got it, but maybe in the run, maybe go the safe route. And I said, yeah. And then in the moment, just coming off that bad boss fight,
that
I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna get those seconds back, and then oh goodness.
Yeah, understandable.
And my apologies. I didn't, in a casual race, of course you could save and quit. So sorry for just turning it off my SNES.
It's okay.
It's-
It's not
it's
something
pretty
you get
fun.
used to.
Yeah.
Very
And,
good.
As there was some talk in chat as well. I think you have to like give the game a little bit of time to think before it'll let you save. So it's not
Okay.
going to be like a super obvious thing anyway.
Lesson learned. But a great race. That was fun seeing everybody, and these people we've been playing with for a couple of weeks, right? Like really feel that kinship going.
Yeah, excellent. That's why we're here. Build community, build some new runners. What have you thought about the mentor program so far?
I've enjoyed the heck out of it. I've got the buzz of speedrunning, right? Like feeling myself getting better all the time, like noticing the little things about the game that I didn't know before, because I played this game for 30 years or whatever now. So
Yeah.
it's really so fun just to get more out of it. You play this game forever, so it's a really fun way to explore it.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. That resonates with me as well. I've really enjoyed as well participating in this program. And I think it's been a really good thing for the community.
Yeah, and what?
Happy to have you.
Oh, too kind. Definitely supportive and welcoming. So I appreciate y'all a bunch. Oh.
All right. So, if there is a raid target, anyone has a suggestion, let's send everyone away. There's a few people in this race still running. So maybe one of them, we can raid them.
Do we know who all is still going?
Dr. Diabetes Nayo Owase. So yeah, Doctor?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Since he's a Minty?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Just
I
show them some
appreciate you
love.
guys so much for helping me.
Lovely, and thank you so much for setting this all up, and see y'all next week.
Yeah.